My name is Adelaide of Saxe-Meiningen, and I served as Queen Consort of the United Kingdom from 1830 to 1837, during the reign of my beloved husband, King William IV. It was a time of great change and challenge, both for the kingdom and for myself personally. Allow me to share with you the story of my life during these pivotal years. Born into the small German duchy of Saxe-Meiningen, my early life was one of modest privilege. I was raised with a strong sense of duty, piety, and simplicity. In 1818, at the age of 25, I married William, then the Duke of Clarence. It was a marriage born of necessity, arranged to secure the line of succession. Yet, over time, a deep affection and partnership grew between us. Our union, however, was marked by sorrow, as none of our children survived infancy. This profound grief shaped me, but it also deepened my faith and resilience. When William ascended the throne in 1830, following the death of his elder brother, King George IV, I became queen. The transition was daunting, as I was suddenly thrust into the public eye and the heart of a nation grappling with political turbulence. The country was in the throes of the Industrial Revolution, and calls for reform echoed through the halls of Parliament. I often felt the weight of the crown, yet I remained steadfast in supporting my husband and striving to fulfill my role as a moral compass and figure of stability. As queen, I endeavored to live modestly and avoid extravagance, a departure from the opulence of my predecessor. My actions reflected my belief that the monarchy should embody the virtues of humility and service. I took a keen interest in charitable causes, supporting hospitals, orphanages, and institutions for the poor. Though my role was largely ceremonial, I saw it as my sacred duty to bring comfort and hope to those in need. The Reform Act of 1832 was perhaps the most significant event of William's reign. It was a contentious piece of legislation that aimed to expand the electorate and address the corruption in parliamentary representation. William and I often discussed the implications of these reforms. While I had no political power, I offered my husband unwavering moral support during this tumultuous period. The debates were fierce, and the nation stood on the brink of upheaval, but the eventual passage of the act brought a measure of progress and stability. Our time on the throne was not without personal trials. My health was often fragile, and the loss of our children remained a constant ache. Yet, I found solace in my faith and in the quiet moments spent at our residence in Windsor. I cherished the simple joys of gardening, music, and the companionship of my husband, whose humor and kindness lightened even the darkest days. When William's health began to decline in the mid-1830s, I stood by his side, offering comfort and care. His death in 1837 marked the end of our shared journey on the throne. I was no longer queen, yet I continued to serve the nation in my own quiet way, supporting charitable endeavors and maintaining a dignified presence. Looking back, I see my time as queen not as an era of grand achievements, but as a testament to the power of duty, faith, and perseverance. I sought to be a steady presence in a rapidly changing world, and though history may remember me as a modest and unassuming queen, I take pride in having served with integrity and compassion. This, I believe, is the legacy I leave behind.